Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Salatu wassalamu ala Muhammad, Rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Hopefully you can hear me. This video was made specifically for a bunch of brothers which I know within a WhatsApp group, but if I do end up uploading this onto my YouTube channel, or like any other social media which I do have, that's the reason why my face is covered up. I don't personally want people to know who I am yet. But since I am using my phone, if the quality isn't the best. Sorry about this tissue in the way. And yeah, so I thought it would be a nice idea to teach some grammar since I've learned some Arabic over the time. Obviously, it's not perfect and I am still learning it, but I will attempt to teach it in a basic way. Today, I wish to teach something called Anwa'ul Kalam, or in other words, different types of speech. I think that's what the topic is called. But I'll label it as an introduction into Arabic grammar. So, fundamentally, before I begin, actually, I'll be basing this series, I guess, because I want to do multiple videos on Arabic grammar in a basic way, will be based off this one playlist, which was available somewhere last year but got taken down. I'm not sure for what reason. And yeah, that's it. It was by a person called Yusuf Rodriguez, who I assume was a revert brother. And I was able to make notes of all his videos. The detail of them varies, but that's okay. I'll try my best, and also I've learned from other sources as well. So let us proceed. I should probably use this board. Arabic has two main parts. Arabic grammar, that is. In Arabic grammar is called an-nahu. I should probably put the diacritic markers. An-nahu. And the shadda as well. Yeah. Two main parts. And ignore my funky looking calf, but it has al-kalam and al-kalima. It's a bit inverted on my camera, but hopefully I'll be able to fix that later. And this means sentences essentially, or literally it means speech, and this means word. So today what we're going to be focusing on is al-kalima. What is a kalima in Arabic? In Arabic, this is what is referred to as a lafz with sound, or in plural, alfaz, which is essentially an utterance. So, an utterance in any language is just a word, a sound, something along those lines, which conveys a single meaning. And meaning in Arabic is ma'ana or ma'an for plural. And essentially, if you put many utterances together or a combination of words together, you will convey a full meaning, a sentence, al kalam. So, what are the types of kalima, the types of words in Arabic, which I'll write down for you guys? So, you have al isim, الفعل and الحرف. Here they are. You have الاسم, الفعل and الحرف with a h, strong H sound. Yeah, let's begin with the noun al-ism. Al-ism, like I just said, means the noun. The plural of ism is asma. Usually, it literally means name, like in the phrase ma ismuka or masmuka. So, a noun is an utterance that is used to convey a meaning that is not associated with time. Or, in other words, a thing you can touch. Obviously, there's like abstract stuff, but we're keeping it very, very simple. What are some examples of nouns? The word sayfun, which means a sword. The word rajulun, which means a man. And the word kasun, which means a cup. These are some examples of some words. So, how would you be able to identify a word within an Arabic sentence? So, the first sign would be if it has a ta marbuta, which means a tied up ta. Essentially, this thing, these things right here, ta marbuta. Example in the words rahma, tawbah, and hidayah. Rahma, tawbah, and hidayah. Ignore the funky spelling, but I think we get to the point. Another example, another way you can identify a what's it called again? A noun is the tanween. What do I mean? These diacritics, these harakats, the doubling of them. So like your fathatain, your kasratain, and your dhammatain, however you wish to draw them. There are different like reasons why they're drawn like this, but that's for another time. And lastly, another way you can identify them is with al. So for example, as-sayf, الرجل, and الكأس, as you can see here, like this, right here at the bottom. السيف, الرجل, الكأس. But do note, for this is not always 100% of the time with the L. You'll find out later why, and hopefully, if I do remember in a later video, I can be able to say why. Actually, I'll say it now. It's because of some verbs. Some verbs also look like this. So, verbs, now that we're talking about them. What is a verb? A verb is an utterance that is used to convey a single meaning that is necessarily associated with time. Or, in other words, it's a word that describes an action that has taken place in some point of time, whether it was in the past, the present, right now, or whenever. Let me just rub this out. My whiteboard's a bit. I need to get a real whiteboard rubber. I'm using a piece of tissue right now. So let me put this away. Some examples of verbs. Jalasa, sharaba, shariba even, and fataha. Jalasa, he sat or to sit. Shariba, to drink. And fataha, to open, like a door. So, what are the signs of a verb? The signs of a verb. If it's preceded by qad, sa, or sofa. These. Qad, sa, sofa. Qad is an emphatic marker, usually used in the past tense. For example, قد جلست. Something along the lines of I have sat down. Like certainly I have sat down. Sofa and sa are future tense markers, but there's a difference between them. Sa is the near future, like it's gonna happen very soon, and sofa a little bit later. For example, um, سأشرب الحليب. I will drink milk. سأشرب الحليب. Um, there's also another way you can recognize verbs is in their present tense. Usually they're preceded by a ya. I'll just use the example with actually now all the verbs. يجلس, يشرب, يفتح. يجلس, يشرب, يفتح. If you guys can see that. And lastly for today is fataha. Not fataha. How am I saying that verb? I meant al-harf, al-huruf, the particle. It's an utterance that is used to convey a single meaning only when paired with an appropriate noun or verb. Or in other words, it's a word that can't be used on its own. It always has to be connected to some sort of isim or fi'l, some sort of noun or verb. Example, min, from, ila, to, fi, in, and there's others, but let's give some examples. Let's say you want to say from the house. Min al bayt. I should show you guys. This min from min al bayt, from the house. Let's say you want to say to, like to the market. Ila suq. Ila suq. Ila suq. To the market. Ila suq. And in the masjid. Fil masjid. Fil masjid. Um, yeah, fil masjid. And there's more like ala, which means on. Ala, on. There is bi. Okay, not with the little hamza thingy. Bi with li, which means li means Two, what means and. I don't know, I wrote and as well. And fa, which can mean so or then. I will teach you guys all of these in appropriate lessons. So, what is the sign of a particle? There's no real sign, if I'm being honest, because some particles could look like verbs or just regular nouns, or could be even regular nouns. You just kind of have to know them. Example, let's say the word cave. It's a particle, and it's also a verb, not a verb, it's also a noun. And it can also be a verb as well, arguably. But like if you're reading a standard text, it would have markers in it, so you'd even know if it's a verb, a noun, or whatever. And in this case, it's a noun, meaning something along the lines of like happiness or some kind of illegal drug, which I will not mention here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If, of course, you guys, to the people who I made this for directly, if you guys enjoyed these and want more, I will make more for you guys. Just teaching you guys the basic of Arabic or even the little bit of Sarf which I studied, or just Arabic practice in general. Because one, from a great person that I know, they told me the best way to revise or the best way to study is to teach. I think that has a name, the Feynman technique or something along those lines. But yeah, and as for the people who see this on, let's say, my channel on YouTube or on my Instagram or even my WhatsApp, you could argue, um, hopefully this benefits you. And if I do make more, I do want to post more on my YouTube channel. And that's essentially it for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.